Evolutionary Outlook on Life by Swami Ramanand. Chapter 10, Old Age and Death. Man fears old age. He fears death still more. The former incapacitates and makes him a helpless burden on others. The latter tears him off from his beloved ones. He is forced to quit the gains of a lifetime. The very thought of passing into an unknown land shakes him. The experience is said to be very painful. That terrifies him. Like the sword of Damocles, death hangs over his head. Can you imagine of the world without death? It would be overpopulated in every sphere and would become unfit for anyone to live in. Existence in such a world would not be worthwhile. Life will defeat its own purpose. Death is necessary for the type of world which we inhabit. Could the individual grow without death? He could not. The evolutionary process is a long one. It requires experiences of all sorts, of poverty and riches, of purity and pollution, of ignorance and education, and of every country and climate. It requires experience of both sexes as well. Could it all be possible in a single body? Not at all. The very necessity forces us to die and be born again under different circumstances to have a different set of experiences. From country to country we shift, from race to race, and from religion to religion. Thus, we gather the necessary experiences. It is such an interesting sojourn all the world over. Assimilation of experience is also not possible without death. In the post-mortem state, our consciousness widens. The deeds of our past lifetime have a reaction, and we learn new lessons. It is just like a cow devouring grass rapidly without chewing, but masticating it later. We masticate our experiences in the higher, wider light which shines after death. A period of rest intervenes. For the new reincarnation, we are equipped with a new mental, emotional, and pranic body to occupy the new physical frame. The new personality represents our growth up to date. The old body got outdated and had to be cast off. The changes in the bodies of a man growing at a normal pace in the course of a lifetime are so great that he grows out of recognition in the next incarnation. Living in the same body, he cannot grow beyond his attachments. Utter separation is necessary to make him conscious of his bonds. Only death can provide it. So, death comes in as necessity of evolution. Death is not necessary only for the individual who passes away. It is also necessary for the evolution of those who are left behind. It shifts responsibility to new shoulders. They bear it and grow. It opens the gates of experience for those who are left behind. It comes as a challenge for inner and outer readjustments to them. It has to be taken up. But for death, man would not have grown as he has. A father dies anxious for his son. How will he be able to pull on without me? But the son bears the new burden so well. He proves himself more capable than his father. He earns in a year what his father could not in a whole lifetime. Yet he was quite an irresponsible chap when his father died. This is not an isolated example. Our potentialities come out only when wanted, and death calls them forth as nothing else. Those who do understand the plan of evolution do not cry over death. It is a passage to life beyond and back again to a fuller existence. What is there to weep for? It is a precondition for the renewal of personality, the instrument of experience for one's evolution. Bereavement gives an awareness of attachment. Measure it and aspire to rise above it. Ah, my new responsibilities, my burdens, you may cry. Fear them not, accept them. They can open the door to rapid growth for you. Those children, their poor fate, struggle can make them into better men. Adversity can awaken them to the consciousness of a higher manhood. That is what counts in evolution. It is not ease and comfort. It is endeavor which counts. They shall have to make endeavor, and they will grow. They will not be cowards afraid of life, but will become brave men, ready to face life and get the most out of it. Be not of small vision and of pigeon heart. Be brave. Death comes to awaken you into the glory of your inherent strength and capabilities. Accept it cheerfully. And you are afraid of the physical torture? Death is not so painful. The distortions and contractions that you see in the body at the time of death are the efforts of the pranic double to extricate itself from the physical body. The individual is mostly not conscious of the physical when all this goes on. He's already on the threshold. Be not afraid. Death is just slipping smoothly out of the physical frame. And what even if it were painful? Don't we suffer pain otherwise? If death is necessary for our growth, we should welcome it, be it painful or not. Death is a sincere friend of evolving the soul. It is an evidence of the grace of the Master of Evolution. Old age needs not much explanation. It is the harbinger of death. The utility of death explains its necessity. The necessity of suffering for evolution demonstrates the utility of old age. We need no longer fear it when we understand its place in the scheme of things. It comes upon the physical body, showing that the life in it is fast fading and the organism will not be of any use soon. The senses fail, indicating that the pranic double is almost spent up. The emotional control gives way, denoting that control system, that is the etheric web, is worn out, and the nerves can no longer stand the tension of emotion. The mind fails because the brain is rusted. Its tissues have lost their elasticity. The mental body has also lost its vigor. All the bodies are calling for renewal. They are old, one and all. The bodies jointly form the instrument of expression and experience for the soul. The light behind these all is unfading. It ever grows, profiting from experience gathered through these vehicles. It never ages. Old age comes over the personality, which is a temporary mode of its expression. You are that light. Why do you fear old age? It is the precursor of a final renewal. Welcome it. Jai Shri Ram.